первого. Второй, первый.
that. Settle the dispute about who the livest. 3-word answer, whoever survived this. Only one of us could ride forever, so you and I can't ride together. Can't live or can't die together. All we could do is collide together. So I'll skillfully apply the pressure. Won't stop until I'm forever one. A doorstep where death never come. Spread across time till my time never done. And I'm never done. Walk tall, why ever run? When they move, if I ever come. Bad man never fret reward. Tell them come, general, we are gonna start the mud. Fire burn. I against die. Flesh in my flesh, your mind in my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. My image is reflecting the enemy's eye, and his image is reflecting mine at the same time. I against die. Flesh in my flesh, your mind in my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. Survive, 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 survive. Supreme in your U and I, VERSE with the sharpness. Narrow road building, no space for partners, no space for drivers, no space for walkers, no space regardless. You're on my path, then get off it. Hard-headed and unresponsive, get their lives put on target with harshness. Come with the cannon sparking, they darken. Who am I? One man squadron. Monster the fire, this time to the snatch it tomorrow. The 1,000-yard stare that appears through your armor. You can get it all right now if you want to, but when your front line get marched through, I warned you. You know who forever belong to. I against die. Flesh in my flesh, your mind in my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. My image is reflecting the enemy's eye, and his image is reflecting mine at the same time. I against die. Flesh in my flesh, your mind in my mind. Two of a kind, but one won't survive. My image is reflecting the enemy's eyes, and his image is reflecting mine. Survive, 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 survive.
heart. You didn't wake up when we died. Since I was floating from the start, I think the end is mine to ride. Life is now or never, forever never comes around. People never let go. Life is now or never, forever's gonna slow you down. You'll never see me again. So now I'm gonna cry for you. You'll never see me again. No, never.
Пантера, пантера, я лево, прием.
Пантера на связи.
Привет, не заблудился?
Как нет?
Ясно, жди гостей.
Принял.
Прям под деревом, да? Давай, бери, да, чуть-чуть дальше проходи.
кончается слава, видишь? Праздник для мертвых, на обратной стороне медалей кровь. Это жизнь ради кончается слава, видишь. Праздник для мертвых, на обратной стороне медали кровь. Это жизнь ради мертвых. Кончается слава, видишь. Праздник для мертвых, на обратной стороне медали кровь. Это жизнь ради мертвых. Жизнь ради.
Риус, иди ко мне, подойди. Блять. Вот сука. Пантера, лево, прием. Левее берем. Еще видно там передвижение его, нет? А должно быть видно. Птички это, да? Хорошо, давай. Дальше двигаемся. Он кабаняка нормальный. Мы его загоняем. Вот пемсами бить. Херачу сверху. Ему сейчас деваться некуда, ему придется спускаться. Двигайся, вперед! Вперед, Леус, вперед! Вперед, давайте его! Загоняй его, загоняй! Давай, загоняй его, чтобы не ушел в лес! Давай, загоняй, загоняй, пока не поднялся он его, вперед! Ему тяжело стрелять. С трех сторон, с двух сторон. Ближе подходить, ближе, ближе, пока в лес не ушел. Готов. Афганин! Hand up! Hand up! Drop rifle! Drop rifle! Херач его! Убил!
of a killing machine with a need to bleed you when the light goes green. Best believe I'm in the zone to be. From a yin to my yang to Z. Put a grin on my chin when you come to me. Cause I'll win, I'm a one of a kind and I'll bring death to the place you're about to be. Another river of blood running under my feet. Forged in the fire lit long ago. Stand next to me, you'll never stand alone. I'm last to leave, but the first to go. Lord, make me dead before you make me whole. I feed on the fear of the devil inside of the enemy faces in my sight. Aim with a hand, shoot with a mind, kill with a heart like Arctic ice.
I am a soldier and I'm marching on.
I am a soldier and I'm marching on.
I am a warrior, this is my song.
I am a warrior and this is my song. I'm basking the glow of the rising war. Lay waste to the ground of an enemy shore. Wade through the blood spilled on the floor. And if another one stands, I'll kill some more. Bullet in the breach and a fire in me. Like a cigarette thrown to gasoline. If death don't bring you fear, I swear you'll fear these marching feet. Come to the nightmare, come to me. Deep down in the dark where the devil be. In the mall where the jaws and the razor teeth. Where the brimstone burns and the angel weeps. Roll to the gods if I cross your path. And my silhouette hangs like a body bag. Hope is a moment now long past. The shadow of death is the one I cast. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard. We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy bastards by the bushel.
Now I live lean and I mean to inflict the grief. And the least of me is still out of your reach. The killing machine's gonna do the deed until the river runs dry and my last breath leaves. Chin in the air with a head held high. I'll stand in the path of the enemy line. Feel no fear, know my pride. For God and country I'll end your life. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song.
mind, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Pigpen, come on? Oh, yeah, 10-4, Pigpen, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown, come on? Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Pigpen. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We was heading for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck and I'm about to put the hammer down.
'Cause we got a little convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little convoy, ain't you a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
Breaker, Pigpen, this here's a duck. Now, you want to back off them hogs? 10-4, about 5 mile or so. 10 Roger, them hogs is getting intense up here.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears was wall to wall. Yeah, them smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go a-hunting bear.
'Cause we got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy, ain't you a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
You want to give me a 10-9 on that, Pigpen? Negatory, Pigpen, you're still too close. Yeah, them hogs is starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10.
Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them setting on the scales. By the time we hit that shy town, them bears was getting smart. They'd brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Yeah, them chicken coops was full of bears and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line, we went for broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus.
Here, rubber duck to Sodbuster. Come on there, yeah, 10-4 Sodbuster. Listen, you want to put that microbus in behind that suicide jockey? Yeah, he's hauling dynamite and he needs all the help he can get.
Well, we laid a strip for the Jersey Shore and prepared to cross the line. I could see the bridge was lined with bears, but it didn't have a doggone dime. I says, Pigpen, this here's a rubber duck. We just ain't gonna pay no toll. So we crashed the gate doing 98. I says, let them truckers roll 10-4.
'Cause we got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy, ain't you a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA.
All right, 10-4, Pigpen, what's your 20? Omaha. Well, they ought to know what to do with them hogs out there for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're gonna back on out here, so keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your tail. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. This here's a rubber duck on the side. We gone, bye-bye.
Throughout Pennsylvania, health investigators are talking to the more than 100 patients who have the disease but are still alive. What did they do at the American Legion Convention? Were they all together at a single time or gathered in one location? Question after question to find that common link. Perhaps it can be established today.
When the sun is gone, the sky turns from blue to red. When the sun is gone, silence and peace is what you get. When the sun is gone, you can really relax you. When the sun is gone, you can leave all the troubles behind.
should fall in battle, my brothers who fight by my side gather my horse and weapons, tell my family how I died. Until then, I will be strong. I will fight for all that is real. All who stand in my way will die by steel. Brothers everywhere, raise your hands into the air. We're warriors.
Sir, yes, sir.
You're gonna move your ass to my command.
Sir, yes, sir.
Or do you want to feel my hand?
Sir, no, sir.
You soldiers love this muddy dirt.